If you've ever used the menstrual cup or your cup curious, there's one question that everybody has asked, and that is, what the heck do I do if I have to change it in a public space? Whether you're at work or at school or just out about in the town and you have to change your cup, what do you do? That is what we're talking about today. Welcome back to the Best Period channel. My name is Gainette Jones. I'm the founder and CEO of Best Period. If you're someone with a vagina, then this channel is for you because I talk all things vaginas, periods, as well as menstrual cups. And you're here today because you want to learn what the heck do you do when you have to change your menstrual cup in public. Don't you worry, I'm going to share all the goods in this video. If this is something you're interested in, I create content like this all the time. You might want to hit that subscribe button. So the first important thing to understand is if you're using a menstrual cups on average tend to hold a lot more blood than your typical pad or tampon, which means you have less changes anyway. In fact, your average daytime pad holds 5 milliliters of blood, okay? And just to give you something to reference, these are my Best Period cups. The size 1 holds 29 milliliters of blood. You doing that math? That quick math?
Boom! 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3, quick maths.
And the size 2 holds 40, which means you have a lot less changes during the day, if any at all. They can actually stay in your body for up to 12 hours without you having to change. And that means that you can go the whole day without changing, and you can get your shower that evening and change it in the shower, right? So you don't even have to use a public restroom. However, I do understand that there are special circumstances that may require you to change them when in a public space. So we're gonna dive into that. So it sounds intimidating and crazy changing your menstrual cup, this thing inside of you in public, but it's really not that different from changing it in your own private bathroom, outside of the fact that you don't have the sink right there just for you, unless you're in a handicapped bathroom, which you should not be using unless you're handicapped, okay? Physically handicapped. If you do not have the sink in the bathroom with you, I want to teach you how to empty your menstrual cup in the public space. Okay, first things first, as you go into the public restroom, wash your hands. You should be doing that anyway, even in your private bathroom, right? You want to wash your hands really well before you deal with your menstrual cup. The second thing you want to do is take a piece of paper towel and just dampen it. So you want to wet it slightly. This isn't a must. You don't have to do it. So if there's no paper towel, which many public restrooms are guilty of when you go in, right? That's fine too. You can just use a piece of toilet paper when you're in the stall. But a wet piece of paper towel just makes it a little easier for you. So once you get into the stall, what you're gonna do is take out your cup as you typically would, which is pinching at the bottom, pulling it down slowly, keeping it upright, then dumping it in the toilet. And then you're gonna use that wet piece of paper towel to wipe the outside of your menstrual cup, okay? So you're gonna wipe the outside of your menstrual cup with the damp piece of paper towel. If, again, you don't have the paper towel, you can use a piece of toilet paper that's in the stall, and then you just reinsert it. And the other option, if you're super fancy, is to bring bottled water with you in your purse. You can literally take it out of your purse, clean off your cup, wipe it down with that piece of paper towel, and reinsert. And the last option is to use wipes that are made specifically for menstrual cups. So that would avoid you having to get the paper towel or bring in the bottled water. You have the option of buying menstrual cup wipes. However, it's important to remember you still need to wash your hands before you go into the stall. But again, you should be washing your hands before inserting or removing your menstrual cup or anytime you go to the bathroom, period. Super simple, and you go about your day. But remember, you likely will not be doing this very often because menstrual cups do hold a lot more. The other option you have is to be wearing period panties with it. And while I don't recommend wearing period panties alone as your sole protection for menstrual bleeding, because if you're a heavy bleeder, you'll know that even the most absorbent ones don't tend to hold at all. But to give you some more confidence, you can definitely wear some period panties with your menstrual cup to provide you with that confidence that you aren't gonna leak. So that's one option. Another option is to use panty liners, or even better, the reusable panty liners that you can wash and use over and over and over again, just as an added layer of protection. If you do the seal correctly, which I'm gonna do a video really soon teaching you how to do a seal with our cups to make sure that you have 0 leaks, then you should be good to go. But those things, what they do is just add more confidence for you as you're walking amongst your day. You don't want to feel self-conscious and wondering if you're leaking. But again, if you get a good cup that holds a whole lot, you don't have to worry about that. These cups hold a lot, right? Like I said, our size 2 holds 40 milliliters, our size 1 holds 29. So that means it's holding so much more. This one holds, okay, so I'm doing math in my head, 8 times the amount of a regular pad.
Quick maths.
So depending on how many times you have to change in a day, you may not have to change them at all while you're in public. But I wanted to give this information to you just in case you found yourself in public, or maybe you were camping or something that required you to change your menstrual cup in a place that didn't have a private bathroom. Hopefully you found this video super helpful. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe and stick around, because again, I share videos like this all the time to assist you to have your best period. Chat next time.